All right, guys, I wanted to give you an overview of how to round numbers. We use the backdoor method to round any number that we have to round. So the directions for this first number, which is 1 and 37 hundredths, says round to the nearest tenths place. The first thing I like to do is underline the tenths place, okay? I know that is right here. Then I need to draw my back door behind the place value that we're rounding to. There's my door. I need to knock on the next door neighbor's door. If it's 5 or more, this neighbor, I'm going to make this a 4. If this number is 4 or less, I'm going to keep this the same. And then the neighbor will go away and we'll make it a 0, or we'll just not put anything because we're rounding to the tenths. So this number is 7, which of course is 5 or more. So we're going to make this a 4. Our new number, rounding to the nearest tenths place, would look like this. There shouldn't be anything that comes after the tenths place. That's where we want to leave off. So 1 and 37 hundredths will become 1 and 4 tenths. Okay, let's look at this one. Round to the nearest hundredths. So first, I have to underline the hundredths place, which we know is right here. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. I have to draw the back door behind the place value that I'm rounding to. Knock on the next door neighbor's door. If the next door neighbor is 5 or more, I'm going to make this a 6, raise the score. If it's 4 or less, I'm going to keep this a 5. 3 is less than 4. So we're going to let it rest, keep it a 5, get rid of everything after it. So 1 and 553 thousandths would become 1 and 55 hundredths. Lastly, we have a direction that says round to the nearest whole number. Well, I need to locate my whole number. I know everything before the decimal is a whole. Everything after the decimal is part of a whole. So I've underlined the place value that I'm rounding to, draw my back door, check on the next door neighbor. Okay, this is a 4. We know 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Well, this is 4, so I'm going to keep this a 2. So 2 and 4 tenths rounded to the nearest whole number just becomes a 2. Or you could write 2 and no tenths, but I prefer it this way because we're rounding to the nearest whole number.